that they want the Champions League for a newly promoted Portsmouth. But Hislop, makes a mistake. Dougherty with a long shot. That would have been a big mistake if that had gone in. What's going on, guys? My name is Adam. I am a Super Swan. And welcome to episode 4 of Project Pompey. We are in 11th place in the league on 15 points, but there's a lot of people on 15 points in this league table. We've got Arsenal, Southampton, Man City, Leicester, and us, all on 15 points. So while we are in 11th, we are really only 2 points of a Europa League place. And I'll show you the schedule since you were last with us, and we have been on an unbeaten run of form. We have shaken off the 5-0 hammering by Manchester United. We bounced back to win 3-0 at home against Fulham. Patrick Berg with a penalty, Yakubu and Stefanovic in the 90th minute. We drew 1-1 away from home. It was disappointing because we did take the lead. Todorov grabbing the goal before they got their equaliser. A 90th minute winner from Yakubu got all 3 points against Middlesbrough, but Zivkovic did get sent off for the second time this season, so he has been suspended probably for 3 games. And we beat Blackburn 1-0 in the Carabao Cup 4th round, so we have reached the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup. And probably the best result of all, a 1-1 draw at Highbury against Arsenal. We took the lead again, Todorov with the goal, and then they did get one back through a very young Jermaine Pennant. So we have been on really good form, so it's kind of matched those first 2 games of the season. So we're going into Birmingham and Charlton with every chance of getting 2 wins from 2, and we are propelling ourselves up the league. So we're going to have a look at Birmingham today, first of all. They are our first opponents. And looking at the ability of their players, they've got some good players, but I think we can get a result against them. We've got very similar squads. Robbie Savage, top of the pile in midfield, 29 years old at this point, moved on from Leicester. Very volatile player. You know, he's in the press at the moment, very hit and miss. People either love him or hate him. He's just one of those characters. I've met Robbie Savage in real life. He was all right to me, but, in football, he's, you never know who you are with him, but an industrious midfielder is probably about right. But he is a very good player. He's their best player in the team at the moment, so we have to watch out for him in the midfield. A 24-year-old Matthew Upson, is he before or after Arsenal? So he's this must be after Arsenal, because he was there for a while, but a very good centre-back. Got all the stats needed for a top draw defender, so he's someone you have to crack at the back. 23-year-old David Dunn in the midfield, who's after he moved from Blackburn, where he mostly made his name, really. And he looks like a very good player. Got very good mentals, some very decent physical and technical abilities as well. So how much is he going for? Oh, they don't want to sell him, so I don't think we're going to be getting him in the January transfer window. And a World Cup winner in Christophe Dougherty, a striker by trade, but he can play behind the striker and on the left-hand side. Won the World Cup in 1998 with France, so he does have that experience, and is he going to bring that to this Birmingham side? Any other big names? Clinton Morrison's in the team. Mikel Forsell on loan from Chelsea. I used to like signing him back in the day, a very young, good quality striker. Stern John, not the best really. But apart from that, have they got anybody in the under-23s that we should know about? Nobody standing out to me. And anybody in the under-18s? Not really. So that is the first team we're going up against today in Birmingham City. And this is going to be the lineup for that game. Shaka Hislop in goal. If only Primus has to play right back, because if Kovac is suspended and our normal right back Schemmel is injured, but he should be back in 10 days' time. So we are playing Primus at right back. Stefanovic, Dezou and Taylor. Smerton, Fay and Nigel Quasi, who hasn't had the best of games or hasn't had the best of forms. But Tim Shear has also been injured. He's only fit to make the bench. Teddy Sheringham's got a new lease of life as an advanced playmaker. So him and Patrick Berg are swapping in and out. And Yakubu and Slavestslav Todorov up front. Both players are in form. Both players are scoring the goals. So hopefully a 19th place Birmingham, we can get some 3 points on the board to continue our unbeaten run. We're going to challenge the team to prove a point. But like I say, let's give the fans something to cheer for in the midfield. We're going to praise them, tell them they have what it takes. And we're going to get this game underway. A win in this game, we could go as far as 6th place in the league. The Bournemouth Champions League football, we're making a bit of an effort to get there. So can we get 3 points at Fratton Park against Birmingham? With a highlight in the 29th second of this game. We are in the blue, Birmingham in the yellow. And it's Clements on the ball for Birmingham. What can he do? He's taking his time, looking for his options. Robbie Savage, their best player, to Dougherty. Plays in Johnson, tries to cross it, but Matty Taylor intercepts the ball, lumps it upfield. Yakubu on the counter-attack. That's how we play. Andy Fay tries the shot. Off the line, Torov's there. It is 1-0 to Portsmouth. 1 minute into the game, Sylveslav Todorov, he's in form, he's in the goals. And we are 1-0 up inside 1 minute, and we strike them on the counter-attack. That's how we play. Gegenpressing counter-attacking football, and Todorov is there to pounce. It is 1-0 to Portsmouth. 25 minutes in, second highlight of the game. And it's Birmingham on the ball, cross into the box. Stefanovic clears as far as David Dunn with a shot. But he puts it wide of the goal. First chance for Birmingham. And we do get a highlight off the resulting goal kick. And we are in 6th place in the league at the moment, which is a Europa League place. Which at the start of the season, I'm sure in real life, you would have bit our hands off for Europa League. But for whatever reason, the board wants Champions League. I've already said, if we do get sacked, I'm just going to take over again. Because it's got to be a bug in the game, surely, that they want Champions League for a newly promoted Portsmouth. But Hislop, makes a mistake. Dougherty with a long shot. That would have been a big mistake if that had gone in. Coming up to half-time, quiet first half, barring the early goal from Portsmouth. And to be honest, if that's the goal that wins it for us, that's fine by me. So I'm going to give a calm, I'm pleased with the performance, keep it up. No need to make changes, everybody seems to be alright, fitness seems to be alright. So we're going to give it the second half, and can we get the second goal? Just to put ourselves in a bit of more comfortable position. Robbie Savage with a free kick, whips it in, Upson's at the back post. Shaka Hislop with a save. And Birmingham have come out in the second half a little bit more stronger than we have. So we need to make sure we don't allow this equaliser to go in. 70 minutes in, I'm going to mix things up. Andy Fay looking a bit tired, so I am going to bring on... We'll move Quasi onto the left-hand side. And we're going to bring on Steve Stone on the Carriero role. He's only 1.5 star, but he's going to come on in the midfield to freshen things up. Terry Sheringham's looking a bit tired, so we'll bring on Patrick Berger for him as well. So 2 changes, 20 minutes to go. Coming up to full time, very quiet second half, and it's still 1-0 Portsmouth. We've got a few seconds left to go. It's a free kick in their box. We're waiting for that final whistle to go. There it is. It is a 1-0 win for Portsmouth against Birmingham. It was a second-minute goal that did it, but that's fine by me. I'm going to say a good win, boys. Well done. That is 3 points on the board, and that is going to shoot us up the Premier League table. Portsmouth in control as Blues brushed aside. We're on a 5-match unbeaten run. And if we look at the league table, we are in 6th place and in a Europa League place. Although we're only 12 games in, so, we're only about a third of the way through the season. But we are in a bit of a promising position in 6th place. Realistically, mid-table would have been a really good result this season for Portsmouth. But we are defying expectations, or the board seem to think that we're underperforming. But I'll take anything above 10th. I'll probably take, to be honest with you. I'd even take 11th or 12th. Mid-table for Portsmouth this season, I think, is going to be a massive achievement. And then we can try and build on that success with getting some youngsters in, getting some well-known youngsters in the team. So we're going to roll on to the next game. It's not for another 2 weeks in game, but it is going to be Charlton, who are in 17th place in the league. So we've got a bit of an international break, but we're going to come back and try and get 2 wins from 2. Our second opponents of the day are Charlton Athletic, who are in 17th place in the league. And I mean, in real life, they went quite far down the leagues, just like Portsmouth did. But I think they're about League 1 now, somewhere around there. But they did have some very good players back in the day. The first on top of the pile, Scott Parker, who is now the full-time manager of Fulham. But he started out at Charlton and he had a big money move to Chelsea in real life. But he does look like a very good player and he's already wanted by Man City and Newcastle. So it'll be interesting to see whether he gets snapped up in January. But we've got Klaus Jensen as well in the midfield, box-to-box player, a very decent midfielder. Graham Stewart, Matty Holland, Dean Kiley in goal. He's always synopsis with Charlton for me. He's always their goalkeeper. Luke Young as well. Who else have they got? Paolo Di Canio, a Premier League legend in the team. He is 35 years old now, not quite the striker he was, but it was his unpredictable nature that made him famous. He could be really good, he could be really bad, but Paolo Di Canio is still kicking around the game with Charlton. Gary Rowett is there, Chris Powell, Kevin Lisby, a striker, I remember him. Carlton Cole on loan from Chelsea? Yeah, he's on loan from Chelsea. Paul Konchesky, 22 years old, the best Liverpool left-back we've ever had. No, he really wasn't. But he's a very solid centre-back or left-back in this game. And he does look like to have a bit of potential to him. Only 22 years old, Paul Konchesky. Do they have anybody in there in the 23s? Matthew Svensson, Paul Rachuba. Nobody else really stands out. Under 18s, Rob Elliott in the under 18s for Charlton. He'd go to Newcastle. Anybody's Darren Randolph as well. So 2 Irish goalkeepers kicking around in the under 18s of Charlton to go along with Dean Kiley in goal. So they've got a bit of a thing for Irish goalkeepers, do Charlton Athletic. But for our formation anyway, we're only making the one change and Tim Sherwood's coming back in the team in to replace Nigel Quashie in the midfield. But apart from that, it is an unchanged team to get all 3 points against Charlton. Can we get 2 wins from 2 on camera? We will find out together. So I'm going to say, do it for the fans. I'm just going to say, we are the favourites, so go out there and do the business. Tell them I have faith in them, because that always does make the difference. So we're currently in 9th place as things stand, but it is very, very tight in those anywhere from 5th to 10th or 11th, really. So if we can get 3 points today, we could go up as far as 5th. Let's see if we can get the job done. Goal kick 6 minutes in from Dean Kiley. Only 6 minutes in, so nothing much of the game that's revealed itself. We don't know if we're on top or not. But let's see if it's our highlight. Amdi Faye gives it to Matty Taylor on the left-hand side. Has a bit of room. Oh, I thought he lost the ball then. Oh, he does lose the ball. And it's Holland. Loses the ball to Tim Sherwood. Sylvester Todorov, he's on form. Finds Livoni Primus, a makeshift right back. Smerton, Teddy Sheringham, lovely ball to Taylor. He's got loads of room. Crosses it. Yakubu's there, recycles. Primus, lots of ball for Portsmouth here. Amdi Faye, got the ball, takes a shot. Off the post. 7 minutes in. And we've almost taken the lead. Paolo Di Canio with a free kick. Plays it back to Powell. A 1-2 between them. They've got all their players forward, so if we can get a counter-attack here, we would really get them. Well, they've got a bit more players back now, so that's over. But they do play it back again to Perry. Powell on the left. Tries to cross it, does he? No. Plays it back to Jensen. Charlton keeping hold of the ball. Portsmouth not doing a very good job of closing down here. I'm worried that this is going to lead to a goal, because it's all Charlton. Lovely ball into Carlton Cole. And Shaka Hislop should have done a bit better there. He just let him come at him. He just let Carlton Cole in to take the shot. And Charlton do take the lead 13 minutes in. Holland on the ball. I think it's Matt Holland. Yes, it is. Plays it in. I don't know why Shaka Hislop didn't come to get it. But he beats the defence, beats the goalkeeper. And Charlton are 1-0 up. Is he offside? No, he's well onside. The defenders fell asleep, and Carlton Cole takes advantage. Corner from DeCanio 37 minutes in. It's headed, but Shaka Hislop with a save, and it's almost 2-0 to Charlton. They've only had 3 shots, but they're the ones who have taken the lead and got the highlight. So we are going to go into half-time 1-0 down. Something needs to change. We're on top as far as possession goes. We've had the shots, but they've had 3 shots, and 2 of them have been chances. So I'm going to give an aggressive, show a bit of desire. You look like a team that doesn't want to win. I think we have to make some changes. Amdi Faye's looking a bit tired, so I'm going to bring Quashi on for him just to mix things up in that midfield. Both of our strikers on 6.5. Todorov did score in the last game, so we're going to move him over to pressing forward. I'm going to move Sheringham up front. I'm going to bring on Patrick Berger as an advanced playmaker. So a little bit of rotation in the striker attacking midfield positions. But we need to pick ourselves up in the second half and get that equaliser. Coming up to full time, it's been an absolute dead second half. There's been nothing to report. But Sheringham with a free kick. Oh, imagine if that would have gone in. Imagine if that would have gone in. And it almost did. Off the line. But, well, it's been a dead second half, and it looks like we are going to succumb to a defeat against Charlton. You win some, you lose some, I guess. You know, we had 17 shots in this game, only 4 on target. We haven't had a highlight to speak of. It's been all Charlton as far as the highlights go. They've only had 3 shots on target all game. Smash and grab for the Adex, and we do succumb to a defeat. So I'm going to say you were not good enough. We should have got something from that game. Sheringham hasn't scored a goal in ages. Amdi Faye's looking tired. We were unlucky in defeat, and we do get our first loss in 5 games. But it was to be expected. We can't keep up this miraculous form for ages. But it does leave us in 9th place in the league with 13 games gone. A win would have taken us up to 5th. Well, 6th, because we would have been level on points. But we're still sniffing around those Europa League places. Do you know what I mean? But we do need to look backwards, because we're only 3 points from 14th, but only 3 points from 5th. So still a lot to play for. Like, we could finish anywhere from 5th to 14th in this league. So I think what we'll do is we will come back for the last 2 games in December. So a Boxing Day clash against Wolves and an away game against our South Coast rivals, Southampton, in the league. So that'll be one to come back for, to see if we can get one on top of our rivals. So we're going to miss out on a fair few Premier League games. Bolton, Everton, Man City, Chelsea. Bolton, Everton, Man City, Chelsea, as we're going to be coming back for Wolves. Oh, and Spurs as well. But we do have a Carabao Cup quarter-final against Derby as well, which, if we make the semis, I'll show the semi-finals off. So we might make the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. We might get knocked out. But we're going to come back for Wolves and Southampton in the league. So 9th place, I would accept 9th place. I'm not sure the board will accept 9th place, but I'll accept 9th place. I think that'll be a really good finish for Portsmouth. We have started the season quite strong. 5 wins, 3 draws, 5 defeats. So we're there or thereabouts. You know, we're beating teams, but we're not, Man United, who haven't lost a game yet. So the Invincibles at the moment are Manchester United. Arsenal have lost 4 games already this season. So history has already rewritten itself as far as the 03-04 season goes. But we're going to come back for Wolves, and we're going to come back for Southampton. And can we go into the new year high up in the table? Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2019 content. We upload the Project Pompey series every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 6 PM GMT, and tune in next time for a South Coast derby against Southampton. Thank you very much for watching.